Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today's question is subarray sum equals k. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We solve a lot of interview questions on this channel and that can definitely help you with your interview. The question says, given an array of integers and an integer k, you need to find out the total number of contiguous subarrays whose sum is equal to k. So we are given with an example. The solution is 2. How? So 1 and 1 equal to 2, 1 and 1 equal to 2. So we have two contiguous subarrays whose sum is equal to 2. So that's why the output is 2. So let's move on to pen and paper and let's see how we can solve this question. After that we will see the code. I have taken the example and this is the array we are given with and our k is 7. And we need to find out the number of all contiguous subarrays whose sum is equal to 7. And the easiest way to solve that problem is we will take out all potential contiguous subarrays whose sum is equal to 7. And at the end I will make a count of the contiguous subarrays whose sum is equal to 7 and I will simply return the count. But in that way, first of all I will take these two, then these three, then this one, then again from here, then here, then here, and it will gonna be a very complicated solution and which is not an optimal solution. So what can be an optimized way? Let's look for it. So let me erase this. So if I say that hey, take a cumulative sum and the cumulative sum will be 0, 3, 7, 7 plus 7, 14, 14 plus 2, 16, 16 minus 3, 13, 14, 80 and 20. So this is our cumulative sum. And at any point if I say the difference between two cumulative sums is equal to 7. Suppose I say that hey, 7 minus 0 is 7. What does that mean? That means between this point I have a contiguous subarray whose sum is equal to 7. And let's check it manually. And I have 3 and 4 whose sum is equal to 7. Let's take another example. If I see 14 and 7, the difference between 14 and 7 is 7. And I have this subarray. And if we check, the sum of this contiguous subarray is 7. So this is for sure that if at any point in my cumulative sum array, if there are two numbers whose difference is 7, that means between those two indices, I have a contiguous subarray whose sum is equal to 7. And I can take out the numbers how many times I am getting a difference of 7. And if I count, I have 1 here, 1 here, and then 1 here, and 1 here. So in total, we have 4. But getting solution this way is not an optimal way. Why? Because every time I need to loop through the whole array and need to check out whether the difference is equal to 7 or not. So what can be the optimized way? So let's look at a optimal way. So here I have my array and here is a cumulative sum array. So what I will do, I will maintain a dictionary and the dictionary will maintain the sums and their occurrence. How? So let's see the example. So initially I have 0, so I will have 0 with occurrence 1. I came here. What I will do, I will take out the difference of 3 minus 7, which will be equal to minus 4. And we don't have minus 4 in our dictionary. So that means we will move forward. And I will add 3 to my dictionary. 3 with occurrence 1. I came here. I will again take the difference of cumulative sum which is 7. 7 minus 7 which is 0. And we have 0 in the dictionary. So what I will do, I will increase my count y by 1 because the occurrence of 0 is 1 time. And I will add 7 to my dictionary. I came to 14. Again, I will take the difference of 14 and 7. that is 7. And we have 7 in our dictionary. So what I will do, I will add the value of 7 to my dictionary. So what I will do, I will add the value of 7 to my count. So I will add 1, so my count will become 2. And I will add 14 to my dictionary by occurrence 1. I come at 16. Now the difference between 16 minus 7 is 9. And we don't have 9 in the dictionary. So our count will remain 2 and I will add 16 to my dictionary by occurrence of 1. Now what I will do, I will take the difference of 13 minus 7, and 13 minus 7 is 6, and we don't have 6 in our dictionary. So what I will do, I will simply add 13 with occurrence 1 and my count will remain 2. I come to 14. Now 14 minus 7 is 7 and I already have 7 in my dictionary. So what I will do, I will increment the value of count by the value of 7 in the dictionary, which is 1. So now my count will become 3. And as we have 14 already in our dictionary, so what I will do, I will simply increment the value of 14. That is 2 for now. I come at 18. Now 18 minus 7 is 11 and we don't have 11 in our dictionary. So what I will do, I will simply add 18 to my dictionary and I will move forward. I come to 20. I will again take the difference 20 minus 7, that is 13, and we have 13 in our dictionary. And again I will add the value of 13 to my count. So my count will become 4. But suppose if I say, hey, that we have one more element here, that is 1. And now my sum will become 21. Now again I will check 21 minus 7, that will be 14. And I have 14 in my dictionary. So what I will add, I will add the value of 14, that is 2, to my count. So my count will become 6. And if you look at this part, we have this subarray whose sum is equal to 7, this subarray whose sum is equal to 7, and this array whose sum is equal to 7, and this array whose sum is equal to 7. And if we check it manually, so once we are using it 14, when 14 minus 7 is 7 and we have 7 here, so this was a 1. And once we are using 20 minus 7 when we have 13 here, when we are using this one, and one we are using here when our 21 minus 7 is 14, so we are using 2. And you can clearly see from here to here we are using 4 times. And how many times we added? So 1, 1, 2. So we have added 1 time, and 2 times. So at the end our answer was 6. So this was the solution for this problem. Let's move on to the coding part and let's see what is the code for this problem. So let's look at the code. At line number 3, I made the dictionary and I'm initiating it with key as 0 and value as 1. Why? Because in the starting I'm making a variable s which will contain my cumulative sum, and the occurrence of 0 is 1. And I'm making a count which will maintain my count of the contiguous subarrays whose sum is equal to k. So at line number 8 I'm taking a for loop, and at line number 9 I'm adding my cumulative sum. And if my sum minus k is in the dictionary, so what I'm doing, I'm increasing my count by the value of which sum minus target. And if s is in the dictionary, so I'm simply incrementing my value of s, which is my cumulative sum, by 1. Else I'm adding my cumulative sum to the dictionary and initiating the value with 1. And at the end I'm simply returning the count. So let's see whether it works or not. So this is my code and I've submitted it, so it got accepted. If this video was helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much guys for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe.